Welcome to Chapter 7, The Human Side of Organizations and Managing Change. For a lot of businesses, their organizational chart may look like this, but for several businesses, this is only in theory. In reality, for a lot of organizations, those under the president go through the secretary first. It's oftentimes the administrative assistant who knows how to get everything done. While there are many people within an organization who are hired into formal position authority, there are a lot of other people that can work within a business that have a lot of informal power. And there are 5 contributors to informal power: the years a person has with the company, access to key people within the business. This can be done through office politics, brown nosing, or just having been there for a long time and knowing the right people. Aggressive behavior, experience being an expert in your field, and credibility among peers. Most successful companies have mentoring programs that are either formalized or very informal. Generally, the more informal the mentoring program, when 2 people come together over a shared interest, those are generally more effective. Assigning people regardless of their personalities and interests doesn't always work very well. To really understand the human side of a company, you have to look at the 3 C's: their climate, culture, and character. How would you describe the organizational climate where you work? Ideally, it would involve trust, participative decision-making, concern for high performance goals, openness and downward communication, listening when you're trying to go up the chain of command, and supportiveness. If a business is a happy place to work, then generally the morale is high. There's not a business out there that has a written guide to what their culture is like. It's generally unspoken, but there are definitely values and norms of the leaders that become the values and norms of the employees. So how do you figure out what the culture of a company is, especially if you're new there? Well, you can look at things like, how do they dress? Do they work very long or short hours? Do they do anything to serve the customer? These are the different kinds of things that go into the culture of a business. The character of a company is often defined by its sense of a shared vision where employees feel that they have a common purpose together. Motivational faith, this is when employees trust in the fairness and ability of their leaders. And distinctive skills refers to the knowledge and expertise that people bring to their work. The trend over the past several years is for businesses to maintain high ethical standards across the board. To think ethically means to do the right thing, to think of everyone involved when making a decision, not just yourself, to do more than obey the law, to realize that you and your business are part of society, to avoid harming others, and to ask what contributions you can make. Can you think of examples where businesses do more than just try and make a profit? For example, McDonald's is very much involved in the Ronald McDonald House and helping children. Wendy's, before Dave Thomas passed away, he was very much involved in adoption. So not only were these 2 companies very involved in making a profit, treating their employees well, serving customers, they asked what contributions they could make to society. What made an organization strong and grow 20 years ago doesn't apply today. That seems pretty obvious, but a lot of businesses have trouble with organizational change. It has to be carefully planned and executed. Here's a couple of guidelines that most businesses will follow when thinking about change. First, they have to have a good reason for making the change. They have to involve their employees in the change. They have to put a respected person in charge, create transition management teams, provide training in the new values and behavior. They have to bring in outside help if necessary, establish new symbols of change, acknowledge and reward people. Even organizations that are strong today, that are based on strong values and cultures and are a great place to work, they'll have to make changes over the next 10 years. they'll have to keep up with technology while meeting the expectations from society.